Did the deranged Donald Trump just fake being a random caller on CNBC to defend his agenda and spread some propaganda? That's what the internet is asking today, and I have the trending video and his lengthy history that makes such a bizarre thing plausible coming up next. I'm Dan, and thank you for watching Occupy Democrats. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for our daily reports on every bizarre, bombastic, and blatantly undemocratic thing Trump does. Let's begin with the evidence against Trump that makes what you're about to see something to consider. The story is best told via this resurfaced CNN expose. Have a look, and then I'll share today's buzz about what could be the newest chapter.
The real amazing story of Donald Trump's old spokesman, as the Washington Post headline writes, may be that it's been such an open secret for so long it's hard to believe that anyone is still questioning it.
What's your name again? John Miller. And you work with government? Yes, that's correct.
It was back in the 1980s, and when the flashy New York real estate mogul needed to get a bit of news out, the newspaper reports it was common knowledge among New York reporters that Trump just assumed a different name and handled the media calls himself, like this call from reporter Sue Carswell at People magazine concerning Trump's breakup with girlfriend Marla Maples.
What kind of comment is coming from either your agency or from Donald? Well, it's just that he really decided that he wasn't, he didn't want to make the commitment. He didn't want to make a commitment. He really thought it was too soon. He's coming out of a marriage that, and he's starting to do tremendously well financially. And he just thought it was too soon to make any commitment to anybody. So what is going to happen with her? Is she being asked to leave, or she's going to be allowed to stay? Well, he treats everybody well, and you don't know him, but he's a... No, I have met him. Have you met him? Yeah. He's a good guy, and he's not going to hurt anybody. He treated his wife well, and he will treat Marla well. And he's somebody that has a lot of options, and frankly, he gets called by everybody. He gets called by everybody in the book in terms of women.
If that John Miller sounds like Trump, it's because audio forensic expert Tom Owen says, in his opinion, it is.
I can conclude with a fair degree of scientific certainty that it is Donald Trump's voice.
This afternoon, Owens compared the John Miller on that phone call with People magazine to the real Donald Trump interviewed on CNN's Larry King Live in the 1990s. Due to the quality of the old recordings, he couldn't use his biometric analysis that he says would be absolutely certain, but based on pitch, tone, cadence, and his expertise, John Miller and Donald Trump are one and the same.
Yes, it's my opinion that it is Donald Trump's voice.
Reportedly, Trump even tacitly admitted under oath to using one of his false PR names in a 1990 court testimony when he said, "I believe on occasion I used that name."
Thank you, everybody.
Trump was confronted with the taped phone call and the Washington Post story on Friday's Today Show.
No, I don't think it. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time, and it doesn't sound like my voice at all. I have many, many people that are trying to imitate my voice, and you can imagine that. And this sounds like one of the scams, one of the many scams. It doesn't sound like me.
And now for today's new chapter. Put on your ears of discernment and decide for yourself if this is Trump in full cognitive descent, nostalgically reaching back into his bag of tricks.
Well, this is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you ever have in your life, practically. Jack's going to agree with me, right? But this is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy. And you have the woman earlier, I assume she's a woman, she's a Democrat, but she said she's disgraced. She's devastated.
All right,
by
John.
this.
We'll go to Chester, who's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Not too long ago, I would have dismissed a video like that as a well-played prank and scolded the internet for falling for it. But today, Trump's scheming and decline are so pronounced that him reverting back to that version of himself is not out of the realm of possibilities. And now I want to know what you think. With his impulse control gone, but his muscle memory intact, does that video show a demented Donald playing out the con one more time? Please comment below with your thoughts, and let's continue to occupy democracy against Donald Trump and John Barron together. And I'll give the final word to someone who knows one of them very well.
I can just tell you that a con artist is about to take over the Republican Party and the conservative movement, and we have to put a stop to it. There is no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist.
So what do you think a Trump government would look like, Senator?
It would be chaos. No one knows, but it would look probably like the positions he's held for all these years on many of these issues. He is wholly unprepared to be president of the United States.